We got a snow day today. Can't get on the bike. So I figured I'd give you guys a little story time.
Batting for the Red Sox, the center fielder, number 76, Matty Johnson.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't play baseball no more. A lot of people always ask me, do you miss baseball? Do you miss playing it or anything like that? And surprisingly enough, my answer is always no, not at all. And that's because I got into biking, mountain biking specifically, but I like all bikes. So I want to tell you guys my story about how mountain biking changed my life, and hopefully it can give you guys some motivation or some inspiration. Let me show you guys something. I don't show a lot of people this stuff, and I'm kind of shy about it actually, but you guys have been giving me a lot of support on the channel and everything, so I want to show a little bit of the personal side, I guess. Let's see. So right here, I got some of my awards when I was in college right here. First team All-American. I don't know, what is this? I don't know what that is. Some kind of accolade, I'm not sure what that is. Right here is when the Red Sox signed me. I was the #1 prospect in the Frontier League is what it was called. It was an independent professional baseball league. So the Red Sox noticed me in this league, and that's where they signed me from. This one was just an all-star game I made when I was in college. It was a big deal for my hometown. This right here was all conference. I think. Is that all conference? Oh no, this top one is a gold glove. And this one is all conference. Over here, this was a poster they made of me when I was playing for the Salem Red Sox in Salem, Virginia. My gold glove certificate up there. All region up there, just fell over. My gold glove for Defensive Player of the Year. Hall of Fame at my college. MVP when I was like 18 years old. Another all region, and then like Defensive Player of the Year down there, and then a couple all regions, all conference, and some baseball cards. So that's all the accolades I got out in the house right now. But that's all the baseball stuff, and hope you guys enjoyed that little semi-mini tour. Now let's talk about how I got into biking and how much I love biking since I've gotten into it, especially because of you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't be as passionate about it, because I wouldn't have been able to share my experience with all you guys if you guys didn't watch the videos. Now we're gonna go into the bike room where all my bikes are, so you guys can see the bikes I have right now. If you've been around the channel a while, you know I started with the Trek Marlin 6. It was the 2020 version. This one right here is the 2022 version. And then I got the Fast Ripper right here where I do wheelies. I got the Polygon Siskiyou D6. I upgraded a lot of stuff on this bike. Then I got the Trek Roscoe 8 right there. So it's been about 3 years, and I've had a lot of bikes if you guys been around a while, but it's come down to these 4 bikes, and these are 4 bikes I plan to stick with for a while because they serve all my ride needs. Sorry if this video is all over the place. I just wanted to give you guys this video, a little story time, because I feel it's my duty to share my experience, especially when you've had the experience that I had of playing professional baseball and then getting it all cut short and having to start all the way over and find something else you're good at. And I wouldn't really say I'm really good at mountain biking, but I try to be good. I feel like it's my duty to give you guys the experience and the knowledge that I've gained as far as being all the way up to the top of a sport and then having to start a new sport and go all the way down to the bottom. It doesn't have to be a sport either. It could be a new job or whatever. So I wanted to give you guys my story so it can kind of give you some confidence or inspire you to keep going if you feel like you're running out of juice or you're becoming unmotivated. How I got into mountain biking was kind of, I guess, an accident, but not really, because I started off riding a bike. I was bored and everything got locked down, so I was like, I wanna ride a bike. I wanna explore Denver, because I just moved to Denver, and I got a Specialized Sirius bike. I think it was like a hybrid style bike, and I would ride downtown and I would hit these bumps. I said, man, these bumps hurt. And I didn't know anything about biking at the time, so I went to Golden Bear Bikes, which is now a Trek store. It's been bought out by Trek, and a lot of the guys still work there, so I go there often. But they said, you should try this Trek Marlin 6. I think it would fit your riding style right now. You want to ride around the city and stuff, and it'll definitely help out with those bumps and not have those skinny tires on there. So that's how I ended up with the Trek Marlin 6. I didn't intend to mountain bike at all. It was only after I've been riding that bike on the road where I said, man, I kind of want to try this bike on the trail. So somehow I found myself on the trail, and it was all over after that. I was hooked on mountain biking. So after I got the Trek Marlin 6 and I hit a couple trails, I had a GoPro that I had already purchased, I think it was a year prior or something like that. So I would always wear my GoPro, and I said, man, I don't know where to put this footage. So I guess I'll put it on YouTube. And that's where you guys came in and changed everything. You guys started watching the videos, and it was kind of getting me excited. I said, man, this mountain biking stuff is fun. And I got these other people commenting, telling me their experiences with the Trek Marlin 6, how they just got into mountain biking. And it was a snowball effect then. I said, man, I guess I'll just keep pumping these videos out. And I love riding and I love wearing my GoPro. So let's just keep doing it and see what happens. And here we are 2.5 years later, I think it is, with almost 14,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Wait, let me go back because I feel like I skipped over a whole part. So after the baseball thing, the Red Sox let me go after my best season ever. I think I was in AA at the time or something like that. I was an all-star, led the team and the Red Sox organization in all kinds of stats and stuff. So when they called me into the office and told me they didn't have enough room for me and they had to get rid of me, I was shocked, but didn't really believe it at the same time. I was kind of stunned. I was kind of in limbo, like, is this really happening, or are they joking, or am I dreaming or something? Because I was like, man, I literally played where I gave them no choice but to have to keep me, and they still didn't. So that really hit me in the gut, and I really had to evaluate myself. And for the next, I think it was 1 or 2 years, I was struggling, to be honest, with what I wanted to do in life. I was gaining a bunch of weight and not really taking care of myself. So I said, man, I got to make a change. So that's when I moved out to Colorado. And I said, I'm gonna just start fresh. I don't know anybody here, and just see what happens. And it's about to be 4 years in October. 4 years later, I'm still here. Oh, it's October now. 4 years later, and I'm still here. I'm loving it, and that was before the biking situation. So I got to Colorado. I was trying to figure stuff out, and then the pandemic hit, and that's when I got into the biking, where I was like, I want to ride a bike and see what happens. And that's how I got into the whole Marlin thing. I just skipped over that whole part. I had to go back and do it. So that's where we are now. Now that we all caught up, the biking thing, it just turned into a whole situation. I knew I loved riding when I first started, but I didn't know it would turn into this, because every time I get on the bike now, it feels like the world can be any better. And that's the feeling I want other people to have when they get on bikes. And I hope that's the feeling that you guys have, because it ain't nothing like it when I get on the bike, and especially when I get into nature, or if I'm just riding around doing wheelies, I'm like, man, this is the life right here. And I just want everybody else to feel that, because just something as simple as riding a bike can change somebody's life and mental in a whole different positive way. And it really did that for me, because I was struggling for a while, and when I found out about mountain biking and just bikes in general, that changed everything. And then when you guys came into the picture and started subscribing to the channel, giving me feedback and sharing your guys' stories, it really made a big difference then, because I was able to relate to you guys, and you guys were able to relate to me, and it just made this whole situation 10 times better. I'll be honest, I'm not really good at talking about myself or talking about my experiences and stuff, because I'm kind of shy. I usually keep to myself, and I don't like to brag or talk about myself really. But like I said, I feel like it's my duty to share my experiences with you guys, because it's not too many people that get to play a professional sport and then get kicked all the way back down to the bottom and start a whole new sport and try to get as good as they can at it, or just enjoy it in general without wanting to be the best. It really showed me that it's stuff out there other than baseball that you enjoy. And I like the challenge of mountain biking. It reminds me of baseball because baseball was the hardest sport I ever played. Hitting a baseball is ridiculously hard. I'm sure you guys know if you ever experienced it, but biking is the same way. No matter how much you do it, no matter how many trails or situations you run into, it's never enough learning, or you can never be the best. It's always something to learn, and the trails can humble you in a split second just like that. I just want to try to get this message out the best way I can and have it raw and relatable, I guess you could say. I really appreciate you guys being here, and you had a lot to do with me being able to redirect my focus in life and having something else that I can strive to be good at and inspire other people as well, which is my main goal, is to motivate and inspire other people. That's what I feel like my mission is for this channel and just in life in general. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my message got across somewhat relatable and where you can understand it because I feel like I was all over the place, but I did the best I could. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Let's try to get to 20,000 before the end of the year. I'm sure we can. And oh yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my other channel, it's called Matty Outside. I'll leave the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe over there. Some good content I think you will enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next video.